Shabbat Shalom. Welcome to another episode of the Haftarah Drop. I'm Rabbi Michael Shields, Associate Rabbi here at Temple Sinai. This week's Haftarah comes from the prophet Zechariah. And Zechariah speaks to a Jewish people who are trying to rebuild after exile. Right? Jerusalem is badly damaged. The temple lies in ruin. And there's a whole lot of uncertainty. The world, the future, is uncertain. And yet, even amidst all this uncertainty, Zechariah is able to provide some hope. And the prophet, through the prophet, we hear God proclaim, "Sing and rejoice, O daughter of Zion, for behold, I am coming to dwell in your midst." What a great line. What a remarkable promise. Not that life will suddenly become easy, not that all obstacles will disappear, but that God will dwell among the people as they do the hard work of rebuilding. The Haftarah then gives one of the most famous images in all of prophetic literature. The golden menorah with its lamps continually fed by living olive trees. And from that vision comes the verse many of us know so well, "Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, says Adonai Tsevaot." The future of the Jewish people would not be secured through strength or force. It could be sustained through vision, through purpose, through faith, through a collective commitment. To me, when I think of the prophetic voice and collective commitment, it's very appropriate for a time like we are experiencing today. A time when anti-Semitism is at a great high, a time when conversations about Israel can feel complicated, emotional, divisive. Yet Zechariah reminds us that the Jewish relationship with Zion, with Israel, with Zion, has never just been about geography or politics. It's always been about peoplehood, purpose, the ongoing work of Jewish life, and the striving that we are obligated to do and responsible for doing towards Jewish values. The prophet understood that rebuilding requires more than passion. It requires learning. It requires engagement. It requires people willing to show up and ask questions, deepen their understanding, identify truth amidst great mistruth, and in that way help shape a future honestly. And I would say a future for Israel, the modern state, the people, the land, honestly. Perhaps that's part of Zechariah's challenge for us this week and in the year upcoming. What would it look like for each of us to strengthen our connection to Israel? Not forgetting the prophets, but carrying the prophets and all of our sages with us as we deepen our connection to Israel. Not through headlines or talking heads on TikTok or the other, because that's not where truth is found, but through learning with each other, through relationships, through meaningful engagement, through ferreting out truths amidst a sea of mistruths. How might we become builders of a more informed, connected, thoughtful, and yes, strong Jewish community that stands up for Israel? The Haftarah this week closes with a powerful promise. "Who are you, O great mountain? Before Zerubbabel, you shall become a plain." The obstacles before the Jewish people, before the state of Israel, seem enormous, just like they seemed in the days of Zechariah. Yet Zechariah insists that with vision, faith, truth, shared purpose, even mountains can be moved. So this is my hope for our community. May we continue to be a community of builders, deepening our connection to Torah, to one another, and most certainly to Israel. And may we remember that the most enduring Jewish achievements are often accomplished not by might, nor by power, but by spirit. Shabbat Shalom.